Welcome back, everyone. This is it. This is My People Watch. Game 3. Sudden death. Winner takes the championship and bragging rights of MGS3 European Extreme Master for this tournament. What's going on, Mini? I have Mini Omega King joining me again for comms.
Well, the last race was very exciting, so I am equally as excited to see them go at it again. This is going to be very interesting because of how close it was for a huge amount of time for the last race. So I am expecting this one to be equally as close. So I'm excited. I hope you are too.
I'm very excited. The past two races both these runners have been very, very close. One of them had to do a recount of the loads. For this race, we are doing a load remover. So regardless, PS3 is a mess with loads, so we're going to take out the loads and just compare pure gameplay versus pure gameplay. That's why you'll see the little timer at the bottom of the screen for each runner. That is the time for load remover. So you'll see whenever you see a black screen or a white screen, you'll see that timer stop. It's just not counting the load. So we'll get both runners situated, and as soon as they're ready, we will start this race. But like you said, I'm expecting a very tight race again.
Yeah, this is truly anyone's game, as we saw from last time, where it was basically neck and neck for the whole thing. They were only like a single room apart for the majority of the run. So, again, anything can happen, so I'm ready to see this.
Major, they each had one continue in the last one. So Major had his continue kind of early on, and Apache had his continue in the fear, kind of towards the middle to the late stages of the game. And then just couldn't make up that difference as Major was just having a great end game, not give Apache any opportunity to make up that time difference. We're still getting the runners situated and getting them their techs ready, and I think both runners are ready. So we'll do the countdown, and we will timer in a bit. So just getting both runners. All right, let's do this. And they are off.
And they're off. There they go.
You know, after the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. Marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Well, I think I knew that. I think.
I've heard that.
But I'm not. Thank you for the reminder, though.
History lesson that Big Boss likes to give us. MGS3. Again, you will see the runner's time stop. There's a black or white screen just to not count the loads. Just counting pure gameplay. You'll see the loads actually be a little longer this time around, as they are not using the load trick on the PS3 for this run, where they were using it in the last run. Mini, can you tell our fine folks what the loading trick is?
So the loading trick is a weird quirk of how the PS3 handles loading stuff and storing stuff in the cache. If you play the game from the start up to the torture, and then you quit out and then go back into the game and start again, as long as you do it in-game, so it's not soft reset, not turning off your console or anything, and you go back to the main menu and start a new file, your loads will be faster than they were before. So they don't have it active for this one. So some of these screens are going to take a bit longer for the both of them. But again, the timer that we are using does not count loads, so it actually does not matter for the race here. So they're entering both about to enter the first screen with guards. And the way that this is going to work is they're going to be doing a quick headshot technique. If you hold down the square button and L1, which is your auto aim button, and then go into first-person view and hold both shoulder buttons, so L2 and R2. As long as you're on the exact same floor plane as them, you will pop up above G just at the right height to get a headshot on them, and that will take them out. So you can see Major going for it and see Apache doing it. And then they're going to do a trank roll. So if you hit a guard anywhere with the trank and then roll into him, it will do just enough damage to instantly knock him out. So that saves the time on having to aim. And then that guard doing a bump roll. When you bump into a guard, there's a bit of a delay before they actually can react and stuff. And during that delay, you can roll again, and that will cause them to just get sent flying. And in that case, we hit the loading zone before they can even recover. Again, both of them doing more quick headshots. They're lining up on a very specific part of the bridge before they do that. And they're shooting the wall over there to caution that guard over there, and he will run behind the tree and call for backup. And we're just going to sneak on by him and head into Rosfed.
Test, thank you for subbing with Prime. Thanks for supporting MGS. Hopefully I said that name right. But anyway, go to Rosfed. So here they're going to do that technique I was talking about, the quick headshot. You just point your weapon, stand on your toes. It lines up perfectly with their head. You'll get the first guard always that way. And then there's one more guard they have to take care of with their gun. So they put two in his body. And he walks down the stairs to check it out, he'll get knocked out. Then one more guard they have to worry about before they just roll into him, kicks him out of the equation. So by the time he gets up, we're already into the loading screen into the next area. And that's all the guards we have to worry about in Virtuous Mission.
Yeah, at this point it's just skipping cutscenes and then a menu optimization that they'll do in the cure menu that's going to be coming up. We mentioned this in the other race, but we'll go over it again. The standard order for curing Snake's injuries after this section is 3 cuts in a row, followed by a broken bone, a singular cut, and then the last broken bone. You can save about roughly a second if you do the first 3 cuts, and then instead of doing the first broken bone, you go to the last cut, cure that, and then do both broken bones in a row. Just from the way that you're moving through the cure menu, doing it that way will save you about a second. So it is a very small optimization, but it's something that everyone should be implementing. And of course, both of these runners, very high level, very skilled. You're going to see both of them go for that same technique.
It's only a 1 second time save, but it's so easy that why wouldn't you take advantage of it? You're just reducing your inputs. So both players are just curing themselves as Snake falls. It's funny because he falls in this bridge and then he can cure himself. But if you just fall in the bridge yourself,
yeah, if you fall normally, you will just die.
But if you fall normally, you just skip all that. and just go to
that would be funny.
House test? I was close to your username. Alright, we're going into Operation Snake Eater. Like the MGS3 tanker plant. The second area, so the second mission, I should say. Operation Snake Eater. So at the beginning, you're just going to run between 2 different areas until the boss comes along, takes away your gun. You're left with just the stun grenade. You have to make do with what you have, but luckily she leaves the stun grenade in our inventory, and we're going to use that to our full advantage, as the first roll is quite tricky. We're going to make 2 guards who are coming to investigate what's going on here. You're going to do a very precise roll to get their attention. This will kind of make them stop for a second to see what just happened, as if you look at Major's screen, he's going to do the roll, equip the stun grenade, so then the guards are like, what's going on? And by the time they try to slowly walk up again, he's already out of there, cooks the stun grenade to silence his footsteps. That guard doesn't turn around, and he makes it through, while Apache does the same thing, cooks the stun grenade, silences his footsteps while doing that. The guard has no idea what's going on behind him. As we go to the Dolina Vodno roll. So the same thing happens here. You need to do a very precise roll. You have to be far away enough to where the guard doesn't hear you kind of running. And then you have to roll between the 2 trees, so then the guard, when he turns around to check, he doesn't see right behind the tree. And then you just continue forward as Major gets his and Apache gets his as... Oh, Apache was just a little too slow.
Oh no, Apache, oh no.
He rolled a little too late while he was...
Yeah, he might have rolled a bit too late.
Right, so then by the time the guard turned around, he was already in his line of sight. So that's why it's very tricky, this area. It's very precise. If you ever want to... I can't explain how precise that roll is until you do it yourself. Because you can't...
Yeah, it looks easy. It looks easy, but it is pretty far from easy. They are very practiced, and even at high level, again, that's a very precise roll, so it is possible to mess that up.
So if you roll too late, the guard will turn around in time to see you. If you roll too early, you're too close to the guard and he'll hear you. See, there's a sweet spot you have to roll into, and then you have to roll again into the trees. It's just a very tricky area. It took me a long time to learn that struggle. Take us through the Ocelot unit as Majors gets started.
Yeah, so he's going to buffer a right input at the start as he loads in. He's going to do his menus, equip the box and the Mark 22. Body shot on this first guard, very important. It's a body shot, not a headshot. He's going to run south through here and go for the southernmost guard. Headshot or body shot, doesn't matter. That might... Okay, no, he's fine. Alright, he's fine. That was a little scary, but he got it. Body shot on that one guard over to the distance. That's going to cause the sniper to run into a proper position so we get a good headshot on him. Line up over here to shoot this guard that's way off in the distance. And then we're going to go down here and another guard way off to the west, hit him, and we're done. Very nice for Major. That was a little scary when he accidentally sidled up against the wall and had to quickly turn the camera around to face the proper direction, but thankfully he was able to recover. You see Apache doing the same thing. Knocking on the wall to make sure the guard will actually look in the direction of the stun grenade.
And the two guards in the west, headshots the first guy, then does the auto aim shot on the second guy. You don't even see the second guy, you just kind of auto aim. Offering his movement, just waiting for that one guard to fall asleep. But, he might have hit his arm or something. Took him a little longer than he wanted, but he's finally down.
Yeah, he's out of there. The Major right now swimming through the water right now. You want to do this at a very specific tempo. A lot of players now are alternating between X and circle to do this. It doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as you don't mash it. If you mash it, this actually won't work properly. So just very key to not mash it.
I was just going to cure the leech, so when you swim in there without the bug juice, previously runners would grab the bug juice and spray it all over them so the leech doesn't stick on, but now we just take the leech hit and just cure it much faster than getting on the bug juice, spraying it on, and keeping it in your inventory. It's much faster to just open up the cure menu, put the cigar, to take out the bug juice. Major had a little trouble with this area in the first run, so let's see if he can nail it first try. He goes under the electric fence, dodges the claymores, shoots the wall over there, which causes the ducks to bark, which causes the guy all the way in the northern section to come investigate. Also the other side of the electric fence, and then he goes up here, puts on the box. This is where he messed up the roll last time. Let's see if he can get it this time. He gets one of the guards' attentions with the box. The guard goes out of his way. The reason why the guards go out of their way is because the guards cannot go through the electric fence. Instead of coming to investigate towards you, they walk all the way around the map to come see what's going on. They don't just come directly towards you to see what's going on. So if you're on the other side of the fence, they can't go through the fence, so they have to walk all the way around this huge map. Very useful trick to take them out of our line of...
Major is going into the Ocelot fight right now, so do you want to explain the Ocelot fight, Sparty?
So the Ocelot fight, very precise loop to go through like any other boss. You know, this one does have a loop, so you do a first quick body shot anywhere in his body, stop him in his tracks. Both stun grenade, turn around so the stun grenade doesn't hit you. Now you want to do a headshot, don't shoot him in the arm, he likes to put his arm up. Headshot, another stun grenade throw. Now you want to shoot the Mark 4 that's in the back, and another headshot on Ocelot. Do this Mark 4 shot, he looks at the Mark 4, see what's going on, so you do another headshot while he's looking over there. Headshot while they're getting his attention. Oh, he runs away, but he only needs one body shot to end this fight. Everything else has gone smooth, and he does. When Ocelot runs away, you want him to run away towards the end of the fight, because then a single body shot will end it, like Major did. You don't want him to run away towards the beginning of the fight. Then you're going to miss all those opportunities. A headshot. So let's see, Apache goes through it. Headshot. Stun grenade. Look away. He's going to shoot the Markor. Ocelot looks at the Markor later on in the fight. Headshot. Boom. Oh, Ocelot runs away, but he looks at the Markor, which stops him in his tracks for another easy headshot. Another easy headshot. That's why you shoot the Markor, so Ocelot stops in his tracks and looks at it. Gives him a nice opportunity to go with the headshot, and then more body shot at the end. And, you know, a little iffy, but both runners are out of there with minimal time loss. Ocelot.
Yeah, Apache had a little bit of a rough fight because Ocelot decided to break out of the loop a little bit early, and then decided to also go behind the tree, which you really don't want Ocelot to do because even if you drop the loop, if he stays out in the middle of the arena, you can keep getting shots on him. But if he is behind the tree, you just can't hit him, so have to wait for him to pop out. Major about to enter the Pain. This is another slightly tricky fight, but with the strategies that we have in European Extreme, this shouldn't be too difficult. He's going to start off the fight by throwing a smoke grenade. This is to dispel the bees that the Pain is going to summon. Then we're going to go for headshots on him. It is very key that you aim at the proper spot to get these headshots. It may look like the Pain's, got a normal hitbox, because you would assume that, but he doesn't. His head hitbox is actually from his nose to his chin. If you try and aim at the forehead, it will just pass right through. The start of phase 2, he's going to throw a grenade to get rid of the bee shield and stay in first-person view. If you stay in first-person view, the bullet bees that the Pain summons just won't hit you for some reason. It's weird. But anyways, Major makes it out just in time. Very, very nice. Very good fight. We got Apache going into as well. He's going to go for the same strategy. Throw a smoke grenade right at the start to dispel the bees, and then pump headshots until he has to get rid of the bee shield again. After he does that, he's going to throw a grenade to get rid of the bee shield, and then keep doing more headshots until he ends the first phase. And then at the start of the second phase, he's going to throw another grenade to dispel the bee shield, and then he's going to try and get as many headshots as he can, and hopefully get rid of the Pain before he can potentially bring up another bee shield. And he got it. Very nice. Very good fights from the both of them. Very clean.
The Pain can be a pain in the neck, but both of these just got through it pretty easily to see it, and they're on to, as Major is on, lower river swimming section. Yeah, great Pain fights. That fight can get out of hand. It's not just a matter of shots to his head. There is a timing to it. You're gonna spam headshots. You run out of ammo pretty quickly. You just have to space out your shots, and it does have eye frames every now and then. Major going through the swimming section, so as long as you stick to the right side a little bit, you won't get caught by the searchlights. Have just enough time. They move out of your way by the time you get to the right side of the map during this section. I like to look at the camo percentage. So if you're at like 19%, you need. If you swim a little higher up in the river, not towards the ground, it'll go up to like 11%, and they can see you. I kind of just make sure that my ammo index is at that 19, and that's how you know enough down to where they can't see you, and then you just want to stick to the right side of the map. As a Major picks out the enemies with just blowing them away with the barrels, and that'll also damage the end. That's key to the end fight later. Major grabs the spear. So he's going to go with the safer Rykov strat. So you will see a little variation in how they both grab Rykov towards the end. As goes into Warehouse 1. So Warehouse 1, Major, you're going to start with a precise roll over the first railing. The bump roll. Boom.
What's wrong?
Don't get quite enough upstairs, but that's fine. Puts the box on, another bump roll on the second guard, and then one more bump roll on the last guard. And he is...
Very nice. He is out of there.
Bump rolls can be a little tricky. Big bosses, X I should say, his hitbox is pretty large, so a lot of times you can bump into a guard and roll kind of late and still get them. but you just don't want to, you don't want to test that too the range too much, because I did that once and I rolled a little late and then it got so it does have a pretty nice large hitbox, but you want to make sure that's still within range.
Apache unfortunately fell into the water. That was a little bit of time loss, but oh, he got kind of a weird roll on the top there, but he is fine. As long as the roll on the top of that box doesn't go too wrong, the rest of the strategy for Warehouse 1 will work just fine. So, and yep, Apache's out of there. Major is just about to enter the lab. This is kind of like a little break. Are going to put the cardboard box on after we put the disguise on, just to reset the guard's detection. If you wear the scientist uniform for too long outside, they will try and throw you back into the prison. And if you get thrown in the prison, that's a lot of time loss. But putting the box on just real quick right there just kind of resets that timer, so there is no fear of that happening.
As Apache goes and takes out the guard here, he's trying to get a little quick headshot on him. He does, and then he's going to do his little hole in the wall, put on his scientist uniform as Major goes into the basement first floor. You can't really, the guards cannot alert you as long as you have the lab coat disguise on, the scientist disguise on. They won't do anything unless you bump into them or punch them or roll or something. You just stand in front of them all you want. They won't alert, but the scientists will alert if you stand too facing them. So if they see you, it's fine, but you just have to get out of their vision. And it's the enemy guard. Love that guard.
It's the enemy,
but I won't do anything.
But I'm not gonna do anything.
I don't get paid enough for this. I'll just my job is to call out it's the enemy, and then my backup team will arrive.
And they'll do the job for me.
Yeah. I'm not really a fighter. I'm more on an outlook patrol mission.
I'm on patrol.
I'm still a rookie. I haven't really gone through the basic training yet. I'm on patrol right now. Has the whistle ready. Major getting out of the lab while Apache goes and meets Bannon for the first time. So now Major's going to go through his little menu here, take out the scientist uniform, put on the animal's camo, then go through his little menu. So find what the animal camo does.
Yeah, so the animal camo is the reward you get for defeating Ocelot non-lethally. And the way that the animal camo works is that it basically makes it so that you will never have your hand shake while you are aiming with a gun. And this is very important for this run because we're not going to be eating any food to heal our stamina. So it's going to be very low for the entirety of the run. And it's slow to go out of our way to get more food, so we're not going to do that. In addition, also in the mountains area, it will give you increased camouflage, which makes some strategies work better.
I noticed Major went the safer exterior strat.
Yeah.
He usually goes with a gunshot, loud gunshot, and then into the... But I think he got caught once with a dog, so he was a little safer, took that guard out instead. So now Major's going to do the fear strat. He's on New Game Plus, so it's a little different from what Apache will do. So he's going to use the fake death pill, get the fear to get close to him, and then as soon as he starts walking towards him, he's going to revive himself, throw a stun grenade. When the fear is stunned, all lethal damage will convert to non-lethal. So if you look at the top left, stamina just drains quickly with the Patriot. The Patriot has infinite ammo, so blast him away. As Apache does his variation of taking out the guard real quickly. And looks like he did that very well. He's going to start his fear fight while Major goes through Warehouse 2. Find what the difference is between what Major did in the fear fight and what Apache will.
Yeah, so what Apache's going to do is the New Game strategy, which is a little bit slower than the New Game Plus strategy. But the way that it works is basically the same... Oh no, Major takes an alert in Warehouse 2. Uh-oh, Apache has a chance here, but he's going to run over here, and he's going to do the same trick of stunning the fear. And again, when he is stunned, all damage is converted into non-lethal damage. And then he's going to set off a trap that's going to get a spiked log to show up, and that's going to hit. It does a ton of damage, and that is going to hit the fear and basically completely drain his health very quickly, and he's done. Very nice from Apache.
So if you noticed, the best I can explain why Major gotta continue there is the use of the 3D camera can sometimes go against you. But he kind of bumped into the wall as soon as he entered Warehouse 2. With the static camera, where it doesn't move, the good thing is, as soon as an area starts, you can kind of hold one direction. Like, you can hold down, and Snake will always run that direction. But with the 3D camera, you hold one direction as soon as Snake enters the arena. By the time the camera switches over to the 3D camera, sometimes you will be running the wrong way. I think that's what happened with Major. Switched over to the 3D camera. His first few steps kind of went the wrong way, and by the time he got down there for the box headshot strat, he was already the guard was already looking directly down at him. So that little second of this time lost him that area, but he recovered, got it through the second time. As he makes it to the end fight. So explain the end fight.
Yeah, so the end has changed quite a lot in these recent years. A runner by the name of GoGo Time found a way to teleport the end, and then thanks to the work of other members of the MGS3 community, we were able to optimize that to actually include the normal loop. So he's going to get 3 shots on the end from over there, very good damage. And he's going to go over to this specific area of the map, and he's going to wait for about roughly 25 seconds. You will see Apache do a punch-punch-kick combo. He'll do 6 of them to buffer that. It takes about roughly the exact amount of time. Major just likes to count it out. Then once you hit that time, he's going to throw the stun grenade, then turn around and make some noise using the Patriot. And then that will teleport the end over there. You can see the lens flare on his rifle. And then Major's going to toss a stun grenade at him and equip the Sig Spray. And then he's going to do the standard end loop. So 2 punches, 2 more punches, and he's going to hold him up. Then as the end goes down, he's going to spray, throw a grenade, usually the stun first. Do some damage, get 2 more sprays on him. Then he's going to throw a smoke grenade, and he's going to time it just to make sure so that he doesn't cough when he's about to use the Sig Spray, because that can affect your timing on using it. The end's running over here, he's going to meet him, spray twice, and there he goes. Very nice. Yeah, I hope... It's very difficult to explain that fight because a lot is going on.
Yeah, you're just basically trying to keep him in one spot as long as you can to do the most amount of stamina damage before you play. And then by the time he runs away, then you kind of have to meet him where he is running and finish off whatever stamina he has left. So Apache's going to start his loop, 2 punches, the smoke, 2 more punches, then he's going to hold him up. And as I look at his rifle, as soon as he puts his rifle down, I like to hit him with the smoke. Then he goes with a stun grenade right at his body, hooks up. And then 2 more Sig Sprays, and then a smoke. You want to hit his body with the hit his body with the grenades. Then I'll wait for Snake to cough a little, and then knock him down with the smoke, and run to where he already knows where the end will run. So he's going to meet him there in his line. 2 more smoke sprays, 2 more punches, and then finishes the fight. Definitely breathe.
Very nice to the both of them.
When you finish the end fight. The fight can get out of hand as Ian likes to run around and go to different locations over the map. Now, everyone's favorite, the ladder boss. Or Major, and Apache's going to start his ladder boss.
So yeah, they're going to be going into 3 very difficult and very long rooms in the mountain section. The big thing here is to make sure that because if you make a mistake here in mountains, again, these rooms are very large, so the time loss that you'll be feeling is pretty heavy. It is a very heavy time loss.
Yeah, some areas, it's not too bad. You take a continue, like for example, when Apache got his 1 continue in Delina Vodno, where it's the roll, it's not that bad because the Continue only loses you a certain amount of time. You can restart that area fairly quickly, try it again. Some areas, like the mountain section is coming up, you get to continue towards the end of the areas. You lose a massive amount of time. But I think, so Apache had that one continue, and Major had the warehouse one, so both runners, again, are pretty close. One continue as we go into the mountain. Apache's saying, someone tell Major to slow down. This isn't a race. We'll do. We'll. Okay, Major's out of the ladder boss. Very nicely executed. Kind of tricky. Some people don't know how to get through that ladder boss, but you just hold up. And
simpler than it looks.
Yeah, some people like to do all these crazy weird strats to try to get through the ladder boss, but just hold up. That's all you need. Mountains 1, equipment box to move the slopes quickly. Smoke grenade that guy.
Oh no!
Too far to the right.
No, he used. I think he used the six spray too early and just rolled into the guy, knocking him down, not actually knocking him out.
I see. I had the volume kind of low. I didn't notice that guy did not get knocked out, but yeah. So Major does this. He does a little different strat where pulls into them, knocking them down. I kind of just run through him. I make sure at least he's knocked out before I press X and roll.
Yeah, Major was just a bit too quick on the gun, and he activated the six spray, but I think he did it a bit too early and wasn't able to hit him in time. But again, he's still a screen ahead of Apache, so it's not all lost.
If you're going to take a continue, you might as well have it early on the map instead of later on in the map. So now the second area, Major's in Mountains 2, so here you want to pick up the stun grenade as you used up all your stun grenades against the end. Then you do a quick box headshot on that guy. Then you roll up this area, try to get the attention of the guard that he's just about to shoot here. Space out his shots to kind of stagger him. Gonna kill him. No need to kind of stagger out your shots more than that. Now the guard up top to take care of this guy. He's going to he does the shoot, just to knock out. He's gonna go to his M1911. Roll at a specific area here to get both guards or that guard's attention at the top, and then by the time that both guards are kind of close to that barrel, he's gonna shoot the barrel to take care of both of the guards. Throw a stun grenade on the guard calling for backup. That'll knock out that guard, so now he won't have time to finish his call. Free to go into mountains.
So these rooms are very dangerous because if you take a continue, you lose a lot of time from taking continue in these areas.
As Major going through his non-caution strat from Mountains 3 as Apache is almost out of Mountains 2. He just has to take care of the guard calling for backup. Shoot him. Mountains 3. Major. One last tricky roll he has to go through, and he does. He's there. Mountains 3 is done for Major. Very nice.
Very nice. Wow.
Mountains 3. I think he's going to do the caution strat. Yeah, so Apache does a little variation here. Going to make some noise with his gun. Get the guards moving at a different direction so they don't see him. It is I'd like to say like a second or two, maybe slower than the other strat, but it is much safer. Pulls over. Oh, we got caught.
Oh no, right near the end he got caught. That is so unfortunate.
This is one of the horrible mistakes you want to make because now he has to do all that again.
Oh no, yeah, any continue in mountains is painful. Because these rooms are just so massive.
Major got to continue in Mountains 1. His wasn't as taxing.
Yeah, because it was a little bit earlier.
Right, he got it early on, so he just was able to continue. And now Apache has to do all this. Such a bummer. He gets it through the second time.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, he wants to be a Smash and X for dear life. He wants to get out of there.
Like, I am out.
Major going on to the Fury. We barely got a chance to talk about him, but this boss fight is pretty terrifying. Oh, Major taking some damage at the start.
He runs into the... Shouldn't affect things that much, really. Trying to get his attention. He doesn't want to get his attention, so he's going to go with the shots instead, as Fury was not looking his direction when he finished the block. 3 shots quickly, bait out the second shot. See, Major likes to do the 3 shots here to knock him down again. 1, 2. Oh, he missed the last shot.
I missed the last shot, and
hit his leg. Now he's running away everywhere.
This is the scary part.
Shoot the Fury in his leg. He likes to stagger a little, and then his head box comes, and then it's harder to shoot that 3rd shot. Always like to aim for his...
Oh no, Major taking a continue on the Fury. That's rough. This is going to close it up. However, he did make a slight mistake at the start of the Fury, so it is possible that this one he can get a better pattern. Right, we'll see how he handles it.
That first shot, and no fire around him. 3 shots. Hit out the second shot. Oh no, he's not going to do the second. Oh, he's just going to wait for him. Oh, he knocked him down. I have to wait a little, but not a big deal. 3 shots, and then he has 1 more shot he has to do before.
Oh wow!
Perfect. He got lucky that the
yeah, he got very lucky. The Fury only just wanted to fly away really badly.
Yeah, sometimes the Fury likes to fly away instantly. Sometimes he likes to do the little countdown of getting ready to blast off. We want him to do that, getting ready to blast off, so he's staying in place. Much harder when he starts flying everywhere. And Apache, first try Fury.
Wow, very nice. Yeah, that was first try.
Closes that gap. So he makes the mistake in Mountains, but he closes the gap a little, brings it back against Fury. Very nice.
Yeah, currently it may not look like it because Major has slightly faster loads on his PS3, but Apache is actually ahead at this point. He is ahead by a little, but that continue that Major took was very costly, so Major's going to have to make up some time in these upcoming sections. Again, we are not counting loads. And also, like Limes is saying in the chat, a continue in load remover is a 7-second penalty in this race setting. So Major's taking 3 and Apache is 2, so again, Apache does have a little bit of a lead in that regard as well, in terms of the continues.
Now Major is going with the safer Rykov strat, so if Apache can nail down the riskier Rykov strat, he'll actually make up a little even more time he'll head. So let's see.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a safer method that Major goes with, so that's what Apache does. He's gonna go with a riskier method. He's just gonna completely forget about the grenade. He's gonna shoot this guard in the leg, get Rykov's attention up top, shoot the wall. Rykov moves a little, shoot Rykov again, make him more. Him very nicely done, and then just drag him to the end. Apache put a little more distance with that risky Rykov.
They're both going into torture, and this is where things get very interesting, because there's still a lot of game left to go, and again, anything can happen, so...
Right, and during our chat at the end of the last run, Apache was saying that Major had a very good endgame.
Sir.
Major needs that great endgame again this time around to try to close this gap. And Apache, as they're both going into torture. So torture section, you cannot really do anything to speed it up. You just have to wait for... call it a cutscene, if you will, but you just have to wait until it can really do.
Tell me,
Stop it!
who have you been talking to?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better start.
You can actually hold L2 or R2 during this section, and Snake won't take
Who
any
is
damage.
Khrushchev's
Doesn't really
lapdog?
do anything in the run,
Do
but
this to him.
I know
Something
you
cool.
gave the data to someone.
Never do
You!
that. You monster.
guess he's dead. Now then, I hope you'll prove more entertaining than he was. But first,
Shagohod, yeah, the Shagohod loop
let's take a
will
look at your body,
be a
shall
big
we?
part. The
A
prison escape
beautiful
coming up.
body you have, like
Each
a
runner wants to nail
newborn
that down.
baby.
And after that, it's really the Shagohod way.
But not for
This race one way or the other.
Well then,
Both runners are
let's
taking a
get
little quick
started.
break. Watching this section.
What is your target?
Make sure they're both looking at where the other runner is.
Is it the
And they're seeing that they're
Shagohod?
both. What's funny is, like, for the English version, I could kind of look at the
Maybe it's the
subtitles and
legacy.
see like how far they are into the torture
Answer me.
section. But looking
Who
at
is
the
helping you?
Japanese section, I can't tell
Who let
it just
you in?
started or it's towards the end. I think Jay,
You're
93
a tough
subbed.
one.
I missed that
Even
one, but thank you for the
must have
sub,
your
Jay.
limits.
Appreciate you
I
supporting
am a patient
Metal Gear
man.
Speedrunner. So Major finishes his torture section. He's gonna grab the fork, punch that or kick that rat, spin around 10 times to make himself vomit here. So as he vomits, he's gonna grab Johnny's attention. Johnny's gonna open the cell door, see what's going on, even though Snake's all up right up in the cell door. A nice guy. Check up on Snake, and Snake just backstabs him and knocks him down instead. Grab his smoke grenade as well. Mr. Speedy, that you're pretty good to both these runners, and they are pretty good. Now Major's gonna throw this rat to get the guard up top's attention. Put the grenade to silence his footsteps. Then when he's farther enough away, he's gonna take out the grenade anymore. Very nicely done. As Apache's gonna do the same thing. Just the rat to throw it on the ground. We'll get guard who's on the roof his attention. Normally he's looking at right where you are going, so that rat is gonna grab his attention. Took the grenade to silence his footsteps. And he gets out of there as well.
Very nice.
One more tricky part before you get to where you meet Eva. Throw that smoke grenade. Kind of not let that guard see you. Let trick, and then one more smoke grenade at this dog. You have to roll in there. But get that area as well. Nicely done by Major, as Apache's going to attempt the same thing. Hold the smoke grenade. Blur out that guy's vision. Also, there's a guard to your right. You want to take care of that. Well, and then one more dog. That's just because of the loads and how PS3 handles it. We'll check the load remove time. Everyone that runs this game on PS3 hates it.
Yeah, the PS3 is a very annoying console due to how it handles loads.
Which console do you have? Is it a SSD or HDD? Is it disc? Is it digital? It's just a... Hopefully one day we don't have to worry about that load remover. Iron it out, get it properly working, then any of that. That's the end goal. All runners. Xbox does help a little bit, but I know the newer Xboxes, the game freezes during the bike chase. I don't know why, but
yeah, when you play in offline mode on the series versions of consoles, which will give you the fastest loads, there is just a random chance during bike chase that the game will crash. So that's pretty annoying. And if you play in online mode, your loads are very, very slow. So unfortunately, PlayStation 3 still wins.
It's like, yeah, Xbox on slow loads, or do you want the game to crash with fast loads? So Major's gonna take out the. Oh, he already did that. Excuse me. I was looking at Apache's screen. Apache's gonna take out the grenade, throw it right at his foot, wait for it to detonate. And take it out of the dream section. He's got a revive pill. One day we'll get a PC port. That's the dream. That's the dream, Nick. But we shall wait and. Oh.
So both of them are on their way to ending the torture section. Major, in terms of his loads, just a little bit ahead of Apache, but again, we are timing by time without loads, so they are actually... Apache is actually in the lead because his console loads a bit slower than Major's, so again, it's still anyone's game. There's still a lot left to do, a lot left to see, so it is possible for this to swing back into Major's favor.
Major is going back into the lab. Now grab this cardboard box coming up. The box is very useful. You'll use it to transport inside the weapons lab. Don't grab this box here. You'd have to go all through the areas of the West Wing and all that, and one more time just to get to the Shagalhod, the weapons lab. But that box will transport that warehouse really quick. Grab it. Actually, we'll grab that as well, and then Major will do his menu at the start here. I like to do my menu for this area just in case I mess up this area. I'll have to do it all over again. He's gonna put on his items that he needs only. Put on the box. This will take away the guard's attention to the right. He's gonna run around the tank to try to see what that box was. Shoot this guard in the head. And then now this guy is just laser focused on his buddy. He will help him. He doesn't care about a box that's right in front.
The finest in all of Grosnigrad.
Yes, we're talking about the HD collection on the PS3, and the PS3 emulators are not that well. They're not that stable currently. Made on there.
Major's going to be doing a distraction shot here in the hangar. If you shoot near and like kind of alert a scientist or a lab technician, all of the soldiers will just book it out of the room. And that's convenient because then they're just completely out of our way and we don't have to worry about them. And we can go around to these fuel tanks and place the C3 charges, so no worries there.
He just set 2 of the C3s down. He's got 2 more left. One is here, left, and then another one up the stairs, south of him. And that's it. Let's go on to the Volgan fight. Want to take us through the Volgan fight, Mini?
Yeah, so we're going to start off by grabbing him and then doing a CQC shove. Then we're going to plant some SVD shots in his back as he's standing up. Hopefully that will get him out of phase 1, but if we don't, there's just a quick backup, just shooting him in the head as he's standing up. We'll see how Major does it. Very nice. And then at the start of phase 2, they're going to go to the right side of Volgan, and then they're going to lie down and equip the SVD, and they're going to pump shots into him in between his... As he's about to start up another attack, he's vulnerable. Just pump shots into him, and there he goes. Volgan is down.
Nicely done.
Apache going into the fight as well. So we'll see how Apache handles it.
Phase 1, he gets Finley, so now he's going to phase 2. Same thing Major did. He's going to lie down and then just space out his shots to where he's not hitting Logan during his iframe. You have to be careful not to shoot too fast or you'll run out of ammo fairly quickly. Actually does a nice job that first try. So now Major's in the bike chase sequence. So here you just have to take care of the guards. And you also have to, you don't have to, but you want to damage the Shagohot as possible. Damage does carry over next phase. Yes, you know, a little decent chunk of his health now during that first area.
So yeah, during this part, yeah, Major made up a lot of time. Like he furthered his lead in the previous race during bike chase. So we'll see how he handles it here. But Major and Apache are both going to spend a lot of their time looking up at the sky. Again, this section of the game is very laggy, and looking up at the sky and stuff will prevent a lot of that lag, and that's going to be critical for us saving time in this section.
Yeah, that's why you see runners trying to look up or down as much as possible, just to reduce lag in this area. MGS3, as the game lags, the timer that continue to just tick normally while the game is trying to catch up with the. You want to look up as much as possible, have the game run as possible at the same time. They're not just looking up or down because for no reason. They're doing it to reduce the in-game. A lot of stuff happens in MGS3 with the different guards. You have explosions, especially the RPG. Explosions can cause lag as well. Then you have the Shagohot and the stuff happening on screen for laggy. MGS3 won't.
So yeah, in this section that Major's on right now, the goal is to get rid of as many guards as fast as you can. Because the way that Eva works, she drives around, attracts the attention of these guards, and then will wait for you to get rid of them. But if you get rid of them before she gets into her position where she's going to wait for you to, you know, keep taking out these guys, then she doesn't stay there for as long, and you immediately start moving and can keep going. So that's the goal for this section right here. There's also some RPG guards that we have to worry about. Major is going to be shooting them with rockets to hopefully get rid of them as fast as possible. And there's one guy at the end of this section that you need to be very careful of. He also has an RPG. The main reason you gotta be careful is because he does a ton of damage. But Major got him very, very nice. Then going on to the runway, the goal for the runway here is to take out the gunners on these bikes. If you take out the gunners, the driver will try and shoot you with a pistol as opposed to the gunner trying to shoot you with a submachine gun. And shockingly, the drivers aren't very accurate because they have to drive a motorcycle and try and aim a handgun. So they aren't going to be hitting you very often, and this is done mainly to, one, to conserve HP, and two, so that we can spend more time reducing lag, which will save time overall. So that's what Major's going to go for, and that is also what Apache's going to go for when he gets there. So he's about to get there himself.
And only 4 motorcycles can spawn at once and take out 4 of the passengers without shooting the drivers. You don't have to worry about any other ones spawning in.
You can see on Majors and they're still shooting at him, but they hit him like once in a blue moon. So yeah, their accuracy is not very good, and that is very helpful for us because we don't have to bother too much with dealing with them. Again, Apache doing the same thing, just took out all the gunners, so now he can spend as much time as possible looking up at the sky to reduce lag.
So Major's going into the last runway section, so this is where this is the last chance you have to damage the Shagohod as much as possible before actual fight starts. You'll see him just trying to damage him without letting him fall back. And what causes that fallback?
Yeah, so the fallback happens if you hit the treads. So the goal is to spam rockets at the Shagohod to deal as much damage as possible before the fight starts, and avoid hitting the treads. Unfortunately, he hit the treads. Major unfortunately hit the treads, so he's gonna have to wait a bit for the Shagohod to catch back up, and then he can start pumping more rockets.
I still don't think that's like a scientific thing down to where if you exactly hit the treads, he'll fall back 100% of the time. Sometimes you'll hit his body a bunch of times and he'll still fall. So,
yeah,
really
it's very strange. The splash damage on the RPG is very bizarre. But the goal is to get the damage very close to the damage cap, and I think Major did it. He got really good damage there. So
really good damage.
He might have actually hit the damage cap.
Pretty close to a third of it.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that damage. Wow, that's so good.
3 more bombs left. 2 more left. Only 1 more left.
As Apache's trying to, damage the Shagohod as much as he can. Major's in the blowing up the rail bridge section. He leaves one, just because you don't want to blow it up too fast. You want to let the Shagohod get in there. The last one. Actually, he doesn't do quite as much damage as Major does. So Major's going to start his loop. Loop works as you shoot the treads, kind of immobilize him. You want to shoot him in the back as he slowly drives around. Shoot him in the back. You want to shoot the treads one more time. Mobilize him. Now you're going to do 2 back shots. There's 1 back shot. Now you're going to wait for the iframes to go away. You're going to shoot him in the back one more time. And as soon as you get the damage, shoot the treads again. Very nicely done. Now the same loop happens where you want to damage him once in the back. He does. Now 1 more shot in the back. And then you go back to the treads. He sees the damage hit. He's going to hit again. Very nice. And loop all over. Shoot him in the back, which he does. The damage. Now he's going to damage him 1 more time in the back. As soon as he does, he's going to go right for the treads again. There it is. Treads.
Oh wow! He just escaped him and saved it.
Oh, he got it.
Wow!
That was a perfect loop.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Apache unfortunately missed the loop. That is very unfortunate. But he might be able to say, "Oh,
no, this loop is done."
I think it might be.
I'm gonna try to salvage this.
He might salvage it. Major also, by the way, had a very, very fast Shagohod too, but Apache might be able to salvage this. Oh,
no, I think it's gone. That's
such
a shame that you want to lose it.
That is unfortunate.
It's really frustrating when you're getting all the hard strats down and you're having such a good run and then lose it at the Shagohod loop.
Yeah, the Shagohod loop is the time save and time loss you can get from a good versus a bad Shagohod is just so painful. And when this fight gets out of hand, it really gets out of hand. Like a lot of bosses, I would say there's like a decent amount of bosses where like if it gets out of hand, you can like cleanly kind of recover it. But like Shagohod is just one of the ones where like if stuff goes bad, it's so hard to come back from it. But he finally made it out. That was so rough. I feel so bad for Apache. That was an absolutely rough Shagohod. That's gotta hurt. But again, using the SVD on the Shagohod Phase 2 will actually is a little bit faster than doing it with the SVD, because the SVD takes 4 headshots on Volgan to defeat, or the Mosin takes 4, whereas the SVD takes 3. So there's a little bit of time save there. Again, Major focusing on lag reduction during this section by looking up at the sky as often as he can to make sure that he's saving just as much time as he can.
Alright, so now Major is clearly in the lead for that Shagohod. as Apache's going. They're both in the same section. Major's just ending his whatever this place is called. He's going into the hoverboard section in Lazo Revo South. The hoverboard section, this is an area where it can get very laggy, as you got platform guards, there's searchlights, you got the rain falling down, you got explosions if hit into the trees, you got the searchlights, if I didn't say that already, you got a chance of Snake catching on fire, you got bullets going everywhere, so Major's going to try to look up as much as possible to reduce all that lag, transition smooth. Okay, nice. Can take a fair amount of damage in this section as well, so that's why Major's every now and then he's focusing back on the guards to try to shoot him down so he doesn't get that much damage. There's one.
Yeah, because despite the fact that these guys are on hoverboards flying very, very fast in the sky, they are shockingly accurate. So, yeah, you want to get rid of them as fast as you can, and this room is especially scary on a Foxhound run. Now, they both are not going for Foxhound, they're going for pure speed, but this room is just very scary on Foxhound, just because of the fact that, you have to deal with these guys, they can do a ton of damage to you, and you only have non-lethal methods to work with. So that is either the Mark 22 or the Mosin Nagant, and it's just, oof. It's pretty tricky. Major makes his way out, very nice, trying to spend as much time as he can looking up at the sky, again, reducing that lag, saving those frames, which adds up over the course of the run. Apache in the same room again, going for the same strategy, SVD shots to get rid of these guys as fast as possible, so he can just not have to worry about them and spend more time trying to do lag reduction. So the last screen that Major is in, the way that it works is a lot of these guys are not going to be spending a whole lot of time near us at all, and the goal is to get rid of the gunners as per usual, so that only the drivers are shooting. And again, drivers are very inaccurate. And also, for a good chunk of this section of Bike Chase, they're very far away, so even with the gunners around, they're going to spend most of their time missing. So, yeah, the last screen is kind of like your little respite, little break, because this is where it's not as important to be constantly aiming, and you can spend more time reducing lag.
Right, with Major's health, although it's blinking, or it was blinking, you really, if with that much health, you're safe. You don't have to do much. You can try to shoot the gunners, and again, only 4 motorcycles can spawn at once. Once you shoot 4 gunners, you can clearly look up the driver's damage, make them a threat. Apache goes into his last Bike Chase section, while Major, I believe, is finishing up his.
Yeah, Major just finished. That was very risky on his part, not bothering to even equip the life med.
After he got out of like the flying platform guards,
yeah,
he had enough health.
Yeah.
The guards in that last section, they don't do enough damage as long as you take care of the gunners. And this menu that Major has to go through.
Yeah, so we're gonna feed Eva right at the start. This is going to oh, he gave it Snake.
You gotta keep Snake's belly full.
But he's going to... That was kind of funny. He's gonna cure Eva in that menu and heal Eva and give Eva the noodles at the same time. That is a time save for later, so you don't have to do it in a separate menu. Now here, Major is going to run all the way over here. This is going to cause Eva to teleport to him. You don't actually have to drag Eva with you. And then the first section of the Eva escort, as long as you keep moving and and Eva doesn't stop and you don't stop either, the guards that are following behind you just won't catch up. They won't be able to catch up, and you will be out of here scot-free. So this room, not much going on in here. This is kind of like a precursor to the next room, which is the last room with guards. and a very long room. It may seem like if you were to just run from start to finish in that second area, it's not actually that long, but because we have to bring Eva along with us, it does get lengthened out a bit, which means to continue in that last area is very, very costly.
Right, you can only progress as fast as Eva walks. So these areas, like Minnie was saying, it's not that big if you just continue from point A to point B. But to drag Eva with you is what makes it much more time consuming. Apache does the perfect trick of feeding Eva only. And then he uses the knife on her. Like you have a cut. For a cut, here, take this knife. And Major starting out his last section before the boss fight. So he's going to have to take care of one guard to his left. Now he's going to drag Eva with him. So he's going to use the tree to block himself from that guard. Take out this guard. Just his head is poking out. That's enough. Actually shoot this guard. Really doesn't shoot that guard, but I guess he wants to be extra safe during this section. Now he's going to use this kind of this tree and hill area to his full advantage, as the guards cannot see that. Snake has a full vision to them, but the guards can't see Snake behind it. So
yeah, we mentioned in the previous race, we didn't get to mention this time, trees have very strange hitboxes. They're not actually tree-shaped, they're more like rectangles. And that rectangle just kind of colliding with that corner just kind of makes things a little strange. And yeah, they can't see through that, so you can use that to get some very easy shots off on them.
Right, and the same thing, like I said, was for the hills. When the hills are kind of slanted in a slope, the hitbox just continues to go straight forward up in the sky. So you can have Snake kind of his head out, and the enemy was protected.
Yeah, the way that leaning works in this game is when you go into first-person view and lean right or left, Snake himself does not move, it's only the camera that moves. So you can actually use that to lean behind corners and shoot guards without them ever being able to spot you. You cannot do that in MGS2. MGS2, both Snake or Raiden and the camera move together. So we have the boss coming up on Major's side. This is the final fight, and time will be when the boss's stamina meter is depleted.
Let's see what you're made of.
The fight's going to start off by countering her CQC attack. Then he's going to fire 2 Mosin Nagant shots with the head. Then a slam. Then he's going to throw a stun grenade up into the sky. This is going to stun the boss as she's standing up. Then wait a bit, because if you shoot too early, she will fall down instantly. 2 headshots. Another CQC slam. We're going to repeat that again. Toss a stun grenade up. Turn around. Again, delay the shots just a bit. 1, 2, slam. While she's on the ground, you're going to do 1 shot at her, and then run away. This is going to trigger her when she gets up to go for another CQC attack, at which you're going to counter. And then Major is going to go 2 headshots, and then a CQC slam. And that's time for Major. GG.
GG's Major. Kind of safe to assume he's won, but we'll get all that timing sorted out. Get an official.
Yeah, we will get the timing sorted out.
An
A
official
very nice run for Major.
Yeah.
That was intense.
It was really close. It's that Shagohod just completely changed this run.
Yeah, Apache had a pretty sizable lead for a good amount of the run, and then the Shagohod just went so poorly, and it was such a shame to see that Shagohod. That was so rough.
Yeah, Major got a huge chunk of damage just to start off. Even before the fight started, he did a fair amount of damage. Almost hit that damage.
Yeah, he was doing big damage. Yeah,
and then combine that with a perfect loop and ask for anything more against Shagohod.
So you got Apache doing the boss as well. Again, the same idea. You know, throw a stun grenade way up into the sky, and that will stun the boss as she stands up. Turn around. Again, delay, because if you shoot too early, she will just fall down to the ground, and the loop will drop. So you need to be careful to time that properly. Again, waiting. 1, 2, slam. Then run away. Then she will get up and go for the CQC again. Counter, 2 headshots and then a slam, and she is done. GG from Apache as well. Very nice.
If we can get the runners in here.
Hello,
Get an
gentlemen.
official. GG's Major.
GG's, boys.
What was that Shagohod? That was unbelievable.
That Shagohod carried me.
That was
I-
the
I-
deciding factor.
I give everything to that Shagohod. Thank you so much.
Good day, good day.
GG, Apache.
Yeah, GG,
You
Major.
played excellently, my friend.
That Shagohod was so rough. Oh my god. That was so... I felt that. I felt that Shagohod fight. It pained me. That was
One of them,
This
mate.
is
You know
such a
that
horrible area.
that fight can happen to anyone, man. You know it happens. But yeah, Major played excellently outside of the stuff that was outside of his control, and yeah, it was a good race. I'm glad we did it on the load remover where we can actually say that it was fair the whole time, and
yeah.
I could have played better. I could have won that. The last race, it felt like it was it was a mountain and I couldn't beat him. But this race, it was really like I didn't play well enough, essentially. But overall, I think there were 2 great races, and I hope people watching enjoyed them.
Well, for so much of the race, it was so close. For about half the race, we were only 7 seconds apart.
Did you get furied?
Yes. But it wasn't such a
Yeah,
bad...
he had a death on Fury, yeah.
It was a 30-second time loss, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't literal minutes like I had in my last run.
I had a great one. Yeah, big shout out to Appel, the guy who made the load remover. It's not quite at the stage where it's ready to where we can start saying we should use it for the board, but hopefully in the future we'll have something that we can use for the board, because this is the best way to play and this is the best way to time runs for sure. Like without it, we just couldn't even have a race on this game, in my opinion. But yeah, GG Major coming through losers, mate. Like I don't think I went down easy, but
no, you were not an easy target. I swear on my life, you were so hard. You played so well, dude.
You said yesterday you were like, I'm coming back with a vengeance, and yeah, you did, man. You did. Yeah, GG's, and this was the first Euro MGS3 tournament we did, and there's a lot of people learning the game at the moment, and I hope we do see in the near future some new players coming through, and we can have another tournament. Maybe Mini Omega King will practice as well, and we'll have a real one.
The next one. That's my plan. My plan is to hopefully be in the next one.
Well, I finally know what it feels like to lose. I don't like it, but it's not the end of the world.
It is coming down to the finals and a tournament,
Both of those were so intense. Fantastic races. Wow. I was saying that those were so good.
Play so well and then lose it at the Shagohod is just
that's the game, though, isn't it? That's the game. Major lost his time at the Fury. That's the game. Like, outside of that, I should have played better. That's all. Like, Mountains Free, man, what a place! It's just like I thought I had it figured out, and then all of a sudden I get a continue, and I'm like, nope, I don't have it figured out. This room is still a mystery.
What happened? Were you just like you moving too slow? What? Like, I had no idea why that.
I think I jumped across. The second time you jump across before you drop down into the trench to go up to the door. I think I jumped too far to the right, and I was too slow to that jump. Essentially, I could have took a tighter line, but that's how it goes.
Apache, thank you for giving me a good fight. You were so hard to take down, man. And thank you to everyone who participated in the race, in all the races, and in the whole tournament. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who've watched as well.
there's a lot of people behind the scenes who like it just wouldn't work without. For anyone watching on the SRDC front page, we are a community called Metal Gear Speedrunners. We have a website, metalgearspeedrunners.com. If you'd like to learn any of the Metal Gear games, from Metal Gear the original to Metal Gear Survive, we play them all. And yeah, if you want to learn these games, there's always someone to help you out. A big reason like I improved at Metal Gear Solid 3 was because when I first ever started my stream, I was running MGS3 very easy. Major Zero was in there telling me how to do stuff. So you know, it takes a community to figure out these games.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone enjoyed the races. I know I did. I enjoyed every single one of these. I'm very, very glad we got this to happen. It's been like something I've always wanted for MGS3, but like just the way that you have to play the game is just, it was kind of rough for a race setting, just loads, the PS3 being a confusing console, but thank goodness that we were able to use the load remover for this and finally actually get legitimate fair races for this game. So I'm excited for the future because this means that we're definitely going to be seeing more MGS3 races. So it's going to be great.
I hope so. I love racing this game.
I just think it's the best game. I love it so much. I just want to play it all the time, and you know, I don't feel finished with it. I've got a long way to go to get to the to get as good at it as I want to be.
I could speak with participating in the tournament was great. So hopefully in the next one, like you guys said, we get more runners in. First, we started with 6 actually in this one. People had to drop out, it got cut down to 4. Looking forward to the next one as we get more runners in, we'll get more matches in. It was a great weekend. I had a lot of fun participating as well as calming the 2 races here with Mini. Congrats to Apache for the runner-up, and congrats to Major Zero for taking the top. Who
Thank
wins
you.
the next one?
You know, for MGS3, it doesn't feel like the end; it just feels like the beginning. And let's see where we can take this game in the future.
It has so much room for growth. You would not believe. Not only in strats and game development, but as a community too. And there's so much more room for tournaments and things like that, and leagues and whatnot. There's so much more to come.
MGS2 would take a back seat. MGS3 is taking over.
Goodbye, MGS2. MGS3 is my new best friend now.
Friendship over with MGS. And as we wipe down the credits and look at the Ocelot speech here, thanks to everyone that tuned in. Great watching it with all of you. Thank you for the subs, the resubs, and the subs. Thanks for the support for the Metal Gear Speedrunners. We'll continue to do more tournaments, more relays, more marathons as well. We do have a relay race coming up at the end of March, I believe it is. Stay tuned for more info. And as I say that, Zero, thank you. It's up to Play Metal Gear Solid 3. Who made that account? Someone just make
no,
that account right now.
I actually was adding somebody. His name is Play Metal Gear 3. He really is a viewer.
Oh, I thought someone just created that account like right now. And all right, you heard the man, the woman, whoever's behind Play Metal Gear Solid 3. Enjoy the sub. Thank you, Zero, for another gifted sub. It is a real viewer. It was so weird. Like I was like, did someone just make that account right now? Search Twitch account, and I was the first one on the list. Funny how that worked out.
The one I've seen, his name doesn't have solid in it, which I thought was weird, but I just wanted to add him.
There's two people with Play Metal Gear 3 or something. What if he means Play Metal Gear 3?
Right? The Unknown Project from like 1994.
Lost, but he was able to dig it up. Ex-Konami employee gets his hand on Metal Gear 3. Liquid Snake.
And we have IGT coming up. $118.10.
16
Very
below,
nice.
118, no loading trick. Very nice. 3 continues as well. Was where were the 3 continues?
Let's see. One of them was at Warehouse 2. I got stuck on the wall at the beginning and it just threw the whole thing off cycle.
Did that have anything to do with the 3D camera?
No, I was just holding the wrong direction. No.
Okay.
One of them was in Mountains 1, and I have no clue what happened. I did nothing out of the ordinary that I could perceive.
Now, Minnie was saying that you didn't knock out the guard with the smoke.
Did I not? If I did,
that was what caught you. Yeah, that was because I heard him. You rolled into him, and it heard like the sound effect from hitting a guard with a roll.
Right. Well, there's our answer
from the sig spray. Yeah, that's what happened.
I did not notice that. That's very, very rare for that to happen. It's only happened to me once or twice before. But my third one was at the Fury. That one lost about 30 seconds. So all in all, I think I lost about minute 10 or so to continues.
It was because you went too far to the right, maybe? Because you got pretty close to that Scorpion hold in Mountains 1. But Minnie said he heard the guard like when you rolled into it.
Yeah, I think it was the guard. I can go back and look at it later. The line I took, I think I'm confident in that line. I think it was good. I think it was the guard. I didn't knock him out. If Minnie says so, he's an observant person like that. So
yeah, you use the sig spray a little bit too early in your roll that you do just to save time right afterwards. Like normally, when you do that, it doesn't make a sound at all, and he just falls down. But you did it too early, and then I heard the bump sound from him getting rolled onto. So
that'll do it.
That was unfortunate.
Hey, man, you take them where you can get them. And unfortunately, I couldn't get them there.
Yeah, GG's, Major.
GG's, dude. GG's to everyone who raced. Thank you, everyone, again, for participating. It means so much, seriously.
GG's to Apache as well, as we see the 120, 16, one less continue, but the Shaggle Hodge didn't go. And the 80 people, nice. Major
need to look into playing endgame as well as Major. I mean, Shaggle had a start, he just moved better through all the rooms. Everything basically post Rykov was just immaculate. Yeah. Lots more training to do.
Need to route 10 more kills, Major.
Maybe next time.
Automatic win in my book.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. That concludes our MGS3 Euro tournament. Congratulations to Midge for the